तथा विषय विशेषज्ञ के रूप में डॉक्टर रमेश चंद्र शर्मा जी, आरसी शर्मा जी हैं। मैं उनका पुनः हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करता हूं। अ वार्म वेलकम टू यू सर। आपका पुनः हार्दिक स्वागत है सर। उनके व्यक्तित्व से आप वाकिफ हैं, पहले भी उनकी शैली से आप परिचित हो चुके हैं। इस सत्र में वे हमारे साथ आ चुके हैं इस कार्यशाला में। सर राष्ट्रीय एवं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर अपनी विद्वत्ता, अपने ज्ञान और अपने कौशलों का निरंतर संचार करते रहते हैं और यही सूचना और जो उनके पास ज्ञान रूपी सूचनाएं हैं उनका संप्रेषण करते रहते हैं। आप राष्ट्रीय और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय के साथ साथ जो भी लोकल लेवल की चीजें उनके एग्जाम्पल देके अपनी चीजों को बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग बना देते हैं। ये उनके व्यक्तित्व की खासियत है। आप अंबेडकर विश्वविद्यालय में, ज्यादा न कहते हुए मैं केवल इतना ही कहूंगा कि 30 वर्ष का उनका जो अनुभव है उसमें 30 से अधिक वर्षों का, उसमें जो भी जो है हम उनको जो है थोड़ा बहुत हमने जो है उनसे सीख के और जानने की कोशिश की है। तो उसमें 2 लाइनें मैं कह के और फिर जो है सर से निवेदन करूंगा कि वे हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें। जिनके शिक्षण में स्वतः होता है संशय निवारण का समावेश, जिनके शिक्षण में स्वतः होता है यानी ऑब्वियस है संशय निवारण का समावेश, हमें पता ही नहीं लगेगा कि यहाँ हमें प्रॉब्लम आनी है और सर उसकी जो है प्रॉब्लम को रिजोल्व कर देंगे। ऐसे सहज व्यक्तित्व के स्वामी हैं डॉक्टर शर्मा चंद्र रमेश। डॉक्टर शर्मा चंद्र रमेश, मैं पुनः आपका हार्दिक स्वागत अभिनंदन करता हूं सर। और आपको यहाँ पर आके और हमें आपसे सीखने का आपने हमें अवसर दिया, उसके लिए भी आपका बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन। अब आपसे निवेदन करता हूँ कि आप हमें इफेक्टिव सर्चिंग टेक्निक्स के बारे में जो है हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें। हमारे साथ हमारी कार्यशाला अध्यक्षा जी भी जुड़ चुकी हैं। मैं उनका हार्दिक स्वागत अभिनंदन करता हूं और उनका जो है आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि ऐसे जो है ज्ञानी गुणी विशेषज्ञों को वे जो है यहाँ पर हमारे समक्ष आमंत्रित करती हैं। आपका पुनः स्वागत है सर। अब आपसे निवेदन करता हूं कि हमें गूगल को किस तरह से इफेक्टिवली और सर्च करके हम अपने असेसमेंट और टीचिंग को एनहांस कर सकते हैं, हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें। आदरणीय डॉक्टर रमेश चंद्र शर्मा।
Today we are going to study and understand that how we can use a search engine to search information. Actually, I think I believe that when we are in online education, not only that, even for any other activity nowadays, not only for our education, for anything, search has become very, very important. If you are going into the market, like I remember that when Deepak ji was telling, I think he has taken its session here. अमिता जी इस बार आया था दीपक जी का?
हाँ सर, 2 सेशन लिए हैं उन्होंने।
हाँ, तो आई थिंक ही वाज टेलिंग समथिंग कि जैसे ही हैज टू गो टू एंड ही कैन स्पीक ओनली इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी, नो तमिल तेलुगु लाइक मी, बट व्हेन ही गोज टू that part in which all the signboards in the market and any other thing on the book or any instruction somewhere, if you are riding a bus, all the station names etc., they are in their own language which we cannot read or speak directly. At that time you need to search a relevant means to serve your purpose at that time. So anything, most of our time we spend in searching something, and particularly education का तो role ही यही है, to search ourselves. Means are we able to find who we are, why we are, what we are? These are the philosophical questions. But anyways, today we are going to understand that how to search effectively on the web, because by merely simply putting any key term into the Google, it can give you some results, but not necessarily that what you want to search, it may be returned by the software. So there are few things which if we understand, if we know them, then we will be able to search the internet on a proper way. and the web, World Wide Web, it will be a great resource for all of us. So first of all, I will like to tell you that how a search engine works. What happens that, there are few things. The first is the internet. As you know, internet is the network of interconnected computers which talk to each other. So right now I am connected to you. There are a lot of computational system going in the background. It is originating from my machine and it is landing up at your machine via many servers. It is starting from, next class is also rescheduled or not. अभी से ही ये वाला सेशन तो खत्म होने दो. So there may be first the server of say VSNL or the internet service provider which is giving you the service. After that it may go to the server of the software we are using, like if we are connected to Google, so somewhere the server of Google, and then it sends to those destinations which are connected to that. That is the internet. The second thing is very essential for this kind of communication, this medium, is the World Wide Web, which was created in the early 90s by Sir Tim Berners-Lee, because we needed a medium on which the information will flow. So the second concept you should be aware in this field is what is a World Wide Web and how the World Wide Web is made. The World Wide Web is made, and the team of Sir Berners-Lee gave us three things. First, they developed HTML, hypertext markup language. Why this language was needed? Because right now we are talking to each other using a common language which everybody can understand. If I start speaking Spanish, you don't understand Spanish, the communication will not be effective. So we have to speak common language. First thing is language. The traditional, the classical computers which everyone uses, they work on a system of binary code. The computer understands only, Jitendra ji, aapka microphone switch on hai. It works only on either on the state of 1 or 0. 1 is the state of on and the 0 is state of off. All the computers, we can divide the computers into as the microcomputers which we use, the mini computers, the mainframe computers, and the supercomputers. These are the four main categories of the computers which we use scientifically or for personal use or any other thing. So the mini computers, the microcomputers are something like this laptop or desktop devices or something like that. Then comes the mainframe computers, which are big servers kind of thing, which are used in scientific or the heavy duty research work from there. And the some supercomputers are the extreme machines which are used by the very highly scientific work, like at ISRO or in NASA or means the government of India when they work on the high volume transactions level on that there. But nowadays Google and IBM, the other companies, they are developing on the quantum computers. Now these quantum computers, they work on a very different mechanism. there is no state of if you toss a coin, आप एक सिक्के को ऊपर उछालोगे तो उसकी जब वो जमीन पे आएगा तो या तो वो टेल है या हेड है, हम यही मानते हैं। और प्रोबेबिलिटी स्टैटिस्टिक्स में जब आप करते हो तो सबसे पहला एग्जांपल यही सिखाया जाता है, that if you toss a coin, what are the chances that the head will come or the tail will come. So we understand that either it is either the tail or a head, means either the state of 1 or 0. But the quantum mechanics says that the computer, it can be in the state of 1, 0 and both. और जैसे वो पिक्चरों में कई बार दिखाते हैं ना, वो जब कोई मजाकिया सीन करना हो तो वो सिक्का जो है वो खड़ा हो जाता है, वो नो हेड नो टेल, इट जस्ट स्टैंड्स लाइक दैट. So that state, quantum, it can be in both. So in the quantum, it is the qubit, it spins, it rotates, and it fluctuates between the state of that and this. So to make the computer understand what we are telling it to do, we need some language, and that language is called as the HTML. With the help of HTML, we create web pages. Now, what is a web page? A page, a platform on which we put some information. Now, the page has been written, how it will be transmitted to someone else. उसके लिए दूसरी चीज सर टिम बर्नर्स-ली की टीम ने डेवलप की was HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Protocols means now how the information will be transferred from one machine to another machine, so that the system can talk to each other. So जो आप कहते हैं ना कि इंटरनेट स्लो चल रहा है, सिग्नल नहीं जा रहा, या वो हेल्ड अप हो गया है, समथिंग means it is being transferred, so it is moving between some systems there. And the third thing is URL. अभी आप देखो जैसे इस मीटिंग का URL है UIXNVOGBGI HTTPS, that this is called as the URL. Actually URL is for us, for computer it is IP address. Every machine has a IP address. Wherever, whenever you are generating, you are working from some IPS. Computer understands that only. So we type google.com, but when it receives at the end of the server decodes it and translates into an IP address and understands it, and then gets connected into the system with the help of that. और यदि आप लोग कभी कभी गूगल में सर्च करते हो तो आजकल आप देखना लास्ट में जो पेज का एंड होता है उसके सबसे नीचे यू कैन सी दैट व्हाट इज योर IP एड्रेस, इट टेल्स यू. आजकल तो ये भी दिखा देगा आपको कि आप कौन सी जगह पे रहो, मीन्स इट विल टेल योर लोकेलिटी, योर एरिया at the end of the page when you go there. Right now you can try it and see, it will tell you that where you are located, means from where you are getting connected to the internet, it will show it to you. So this is the first thing. Here the important thing is the web page, which contains the information, and when we are doing some search, we are searching that information in those pages. That the web page can contain anything. It can contain a text, it can contain audio, video, multimedia, anything which can be there, which has been added by the people. Normally in our normal life, we just use the normal kind of information which is available. Otherwise, all kind of scientific and non-scientific knowledge which is available with us is available on the internet and can be mounted from there and can be retrieved from there. Now, how this whole system works. So first of all, I'm going to show you some of the search engine examples. After that, I will tell you what are the types of search engines available, and then we will study that the tips for effective search things, how to use them. So before I switch my screen, how many, just type in the chat box the name of those search engines which you have used or heard. Or I can do one more thing. I can tell you, okay, first of all, let me share my screen with you. Okay, if you are typing in chat here, that is also perfectly fine. Okay, Google Scholar, Yahoo, MSN, Google Yahoo. Okay, Google. Yeah. Safari. Is Safari a search engine, Atul ji? Are you sure? Shodh Ganga. Shodh Ganga is a I think I should have done another, used another tool to collect your answers. Maybe Mentimeter or something, Mozilla. Okay. Mozilla is the Kalpanaji name of the company, or it is a browser? Microsoft Edge, Mozilla. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So it means that most of you are aware of Google. Yes, Dr. Anuradha, ask.com. Okay. Chrome, yes, Chrome is the name of the browser. So now let me first show you the examples of various search engines which are available. So my screen is coming up. The most prominent, most dominant is this one, the Google search engine. So that you all know. And whoever is telling Chrome is the browser by the Google company. Okay, so that is the one. The another example which you are aware of is the Google Yahoo search. The another one which someone of you said, Bing. Bing is a search engine which is developed by Microsoft. So this is Bing. And you can say that it supports various languages. It allows you to type into Gujarati, Punjabi, Marathi, Bangla, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, those things. This is called as Bing. Okay. And someone of you said ask.com. In the older times, it was used to be known as Ask Jeeves. But nowadays they have renamed it. It is called as ask.com. So you can ask, you can type your question here, that what is the temperature? See, when you type, it shows you what you want to. So what is the temperature for today? What is the temperature of earth core? What is temperature of earth crust? What is the temperature here, etc. It gives you, interesting things for today. And once you say here, it will give you all these things. So this is Ask Jeeves in the older times. Nowadays, they call it Ask. And then I think most of you just reply to this, but there are certain others. An example is Yandex. This Yandex is a search engine which was created in Russia, and it is very popular. Yandex, it is a Russian search engine. You can see here in these places the Russian is spoken or there. So Yandex is there. Then it has been a very, very old AOL, American Online, and it was in fact the first one in the terms of the online companies which was started there. You can see that it is written here. It went online in November 85. When there was no Google, when there was no other thing, it was one of, and it is still existing. It still works, and particularly it is very much popular in America. You can see that it is still publishing those latest news, and it was more popular for its email services also. AOL.com. Then there are few interesting things which you must be aware of. One is the search engine is Baidu. This is the Chinese one, Baidu, and here you can see the people are asking, is Baidu better than Google or what, or like that. So, but this is also a very popular search engine for basically in China, because they don't believe that means the other, and to keep them influence. And here you can see it is a Chinese multinational technology specializing in internet related services and products and artificial intelligence, headquartered in Beijing, Haidian district. It is one of the largest AI and internet companies in the world. It is one of the largest artificial intelligence and internet companies in the world. So that is there. So this is, but it is more popular in China. And you know that China is the largest population country in the world. So there you are. Then I don't know, now I will tell you, then you will remember that you had heard it, but you could not answer it. That is called as DuckDuckGo. This is also an interesting search engine. It says that we put more stress on privacy issue. So we do not store or take controls or thing, and there means if you want to have something private search, or if you don't want the software sites to track what you are searching there, then you can try this DuckDuckGo and you can search, and you can see that it has been given 4.5 rating out of 5. So it is privacy for Firefox, privacy for a search engine, private browser app. We do not store your personal information ever, anytime. And why this problem is coming up? Because nowadays, I think in my last session also I told you that, and perhaps I don't know now, we are 101, 101 बड़ा अच्छा नंबर होता है. Yeah, Rajiv ji, it is something similar to incognito or stealth mode or something like that. You know, पता नहीं आप में से कितने लोग WhatsApp को छोड़ के सिग्नल पे भाग चुके होंगे, because of you think that your Mark Zuckerberg is stealing your information, but don't worry, he has been stealing your information for many years. It is nothing new that he has started stealing it right now, but this is a very popular search engine. कौन है? वो आपको का लेटर आया होगा, हो सकता है आप जा रहे हो? Okay, so this is DuckDuckGo. Then another one is also quite popular, and you must have, which is the search engine useful for education. Yeah, okay, I will come to that. Then another one you may be aware of is Quora. I think now you will say, हाँ सर हमने कोरा भी सुन रखा है. This is basically a question answer platform, but people use it to search knowledge on this platform, and it is very good. But there is one, means one of the thing that you have to create your ID on it to search. If you make a simple search, it will show you the results, but then if you want to access it more, then it will ask you to create your ID to log in for that, sign up there. But this is basically to reply, have to be searched from Google search. No, not necessary. And then I'm simply typing these names, not in the search engine. I type it in my web bar address. From there, I search it. And then another interesting thing, which I'm not sure if you have used it or not, If not, then certainly you should be using it. You should go about it. It is called as Wolfram Alpha, which is a computational search engine. It was developed by Microsoft. And this is basically, as you can see here, it pertains to, say, like, means mathematics, science, society, culture, everyday life, whole of these things. And it is artificial intelligence based technology there, which works for it. Wolfram Alpha, so made possible, building on itne years. So it is natural language understanding, means you can ask, you can talk to it. Other search engines, there you put keywords into it, but here it will understand your natural language expression, curated data and knowledge, dynamic algorithm, and compute visual presentation. So it shows you the visualization. You let's say like statistics, or it will be displaying the information in some sort of graphics or data or some sort of representation in that way. So this is Wolfram Alpha. And then finally, I think you are, I mean, because we have taken so many sessions, Amitaji regularly conduct that session. There is one meta search engine, which is called as CC Search, Creative Commons Search. So this search engine is to search for the content which you can reuse. And you can see 500 million images available for reuse. So if you want to search something, say on photosynthesis, you can search it here. And if you want, here everything what you see, what you get will be Creative Commons, depending on what kind of license. You can select, you can choose it here by filtering the results. Either you want something to make a commercial use of it, then you can see, you can tick mark it. Or if you think that you are searching for some information, but you want it to be modified also, so that you are able to revise that according to your own needs, then you can choose this modify or adapt. And then these are public domain, CC BY, CC BY SA, or these are the various sources. And then it allows you what kind of image if you want search, what file type you want to search, like JPG, PNG, GIF. GIF are good for animation kind of thing, and you can put them in your presentation, say PPT, and it will work from there. The tall and the aspect ratio, whether you want it wide, square, tall, or in what form, and then some small size, large size, medium size, whatever. So you see, these are means here the license will go, and if you want, you can select it, download it. Just remember that you need to cite it. And here is the citation. Credit the either as the rich text, just copy it, or you can have its HTML code. You put it in your website, or simple plain text like this. It is licensed with this much. You simply copy it and put it in your work there. So this is another Creative Commons search, which will be very good for you. In addition to that, I think that most of you might not have heard about it because these search engines, they are now related to the religious, you can say it as the religious search engine, and particularly the Islamic world. They use it heavily. Islamic world, yes. I don't know if you have ever thought about it or not. In Islamic world, there are two things. One is halal, and the second you may be knowing is so the how they, why there are certain, forbidden and the halal based. These search engines, they were developed by the Islamic world depending on the interpretation of the laws of Islam. So the work was done, but after some time could not proceed. Like there is an interesting search engine available for them is imhalal.com. It was introduced to the world as a search engine initially to build the Middle East internet users. We were driven by a noble cause. And the search engine algorithm differed from regular search engines because of the relevancy was based on the culture, mindset, and lifestyle of Muslims. So here the results, they are not like Google is giving you something or Yahoo is giving you something there, because it is the mindset. And here you see, we introduced the world initially, Middle East we world by a noble cause to attract this, and like that. We truly believed that imhalal could become the entry point of internet access in MENASA region, that is called as the Arab Middle Eastern and those areas of here. And it was very popular. It was very popular. Although due to further research work, they could not proceed it further. So it was closed somewhere in 2011. Then there is another interesting thing which is called as halal Googling. Halal Googling, you can read it here. Halal Googling is an Islamic internet search engine. During the holy month of Ramadan, halal Googling is used to block content that is deemed haram by Sharia law. It collects results from other web search engines such as Google and Bing and present only halal results to its users. So here it is, because that is the Pak Mahina, in which the other things, they are not, you should keep the people safe from those things. You can read it. It is a free protection software that protects you, your family, organization, company from harmful content. So that way this is there. So it blocks the things there. They developed it from there. So all these, they are various examples of how the softwares we use them. Most interesting of them are like this Wolfram Alpha, CC Search, and Yahoo. Not Yahoo, the Google, you use it because around, let me okay, stop my screen share for a few minutes and then I will go back again to my screen. These were the examples there. Now, what are various types of search engines? All these varieties, they perform on certain function. Basically, all these search engines, we divide them into 4 categories. The most dominant are crawler-based, CRAW, crawler-based search engines. What is crawler-based search engine is that how any of these search engines they work in 4 steps. First is the crawling. So when I told you that the World Wide Web is a directory of web pages. So whenever you create any content on the internet, like Facebook, or just upload, or your word blog, or your online course, anything, when any person adds any information on the internet, these search engines, they have their crawlers, the bots, which search for information. So they go here, there, visit all the pages. There are billions of web pages available. Now you can see that कितना बड़ा काम है ये. So the first stage is we call them as crawler or spiders. Yeah, the spider, मकड़ी का जाला वाला spider, and either the bot. Bot means the automatic robot bot. They crawl, they search everywhere. And when they search, when they read a web page, they identify certain keywords and they then do the indexing. So the second stage after crawling is indexing. You need to index. जैसे आप लोग जब PhD की थीसिस अपनी सबमिट करते हो तो उसके अंदर इंपॉर्टेंट की टर्म्स, जब आप कोई पेपर अपलोड करते हो किसी रिसर्च जर्नल के लिए तो आपसे वो कहता है कि इंडेक्सिंग के लिए आप वर्ड बताओ. आप लाइब्रेरी के अंदर आप जाते हो तो कैटलॉग को जब आप सर्च करते हो तो वो इंडेक्सिंग, और उसी में से देख के इमीडिएटली लाइब्रेरियन आपको बता सकते हैं कि ये किताब कौन से शेल्फ पे आपको मिलेगी. दैट इंडेक्सिंग. और इसीलिए एक बहुत बड़ा बिजनेस है डिजिटल मार्केटिंग के अंदर, सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन. You need to know that how you can popularize your website. That is called as SEO, search engine optimization, because you have to tell to the search engine to search you first as compared to others. So your site should remain on the top of the other things. That's why it is the search engine optimization. It is a very big field now. Lot of it is a very good career field. Then after indexing it, the software, the search engines, they do the relevance calculation. Whether that term, whether that indexing is relevant or not, on the words of the density of keywords, the linking and the meta tags. And that's why आप में से यदि किसी ने Moodle यूज किया हो और कभी उस पर ध्यान भी दिया हो, जब आप Moodle में कोई भी चीज क्रिएट करते हैं तो बिल्कुल एंड में सबसे लास्ट में आपको एक जगह पर टैग्स वर्ड पूछता है, वो TAG टैग, वो जो आप फेसबुक पे लोगों को आप टैग करते हो उसी तरीके से दिस टैगिंग बिकम्स इम्पॉर्टेंट. The more the density of keyword, nowadays Trump and Joe Biden, they are the most important searched personalities on the internet because everybody is talking to them. So the word density, like Amita ji today, maybe in the final session, will show you some Mentimeter word cloud. That shows the density. Higher the density, it means more people are talking about it. It will store it. And finally, here, till now, this is all inside the software. The last stage is displaying the result, retrieving the result. अभी तक की जो the three stages which are being done, the software does it internally. The last stage is for you, retrieving the result. So if you are searching for something, then through all these processes, what has been acquired by that software, it displays to you. Now you can see why you use Google, because 97% of the market is dominated by Google and rest others are. All these examples which I told to you, including Yahoo, they come in only 3%. 97% it is dominated by Google because of its technology, because of its advancement, and because of its algorithm. It is all the matter of algorithms which works in the background. अब इसके एग्जाम्पल कौन कौन से मैंने आपको जो दिखाए थे, गूगल इसका एग्जाम्पल है, बिंग BING इसका एग्जाम्पल है, याहू इसका एग्जाम्पल है, बाइडू इसका एग्जाम्पल है, ये क्या हो गया, ओके, and Yandex, the Russian search engine, is the example of it. The second variety is human powered indexes or directories. These are the directories in which what we do, say like Jitendra ji in Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri Sanskrit Vidyapith, if he creates some web page, so what he's doing, he will create a web page and post it on the host website. So the owner here, they submit the data to their website. The website reviews that data and then identifies the keyword from there, and then that goes into the internet. And this example is Yahoo's directory there. So that is an example of the human created directory in which we create it. The third variety is hybrid. Hybrid, in which some work is done by software, someone is done by human beings. So that is a hybrid. So here the crawlers work and the manual indexing is done from there. That is there. And the last variety is the other tips, other kind of, like Google News or meta search engines like Dogpile. There is one more, let me show you its page. So this is so you see Dogpile search engine. It is a meta search engine for information that fetches results from Google, Yahoo, etc., etc. This is there. So this is a meta search engine. The another meta search engine is CC search. This is called as meta search engine. And then there is another variety which is called as the semantic search engine. Semantic search denotes search with meaning as distinguished from lexical search, where search engine looks for literal meaning of the query or the variant of them without understanding the overall meaning of the query. So that is semantic, in which the meaning of the word is there. If you are searching for hot, H-O-T, hot. So the normal search engines, anything as a hot will identify that. But here it will go into the meaning of the word and will return you the results for that. So, and its example is say Swoogle. पता नहीं आप में से कितनों ने ये नाम सुना होगा. SWOGLE, Swoogle. So here you can read about Swoogle. It is a search engine for semantic web ontologies, documents, terms, data published on the web. Swoogle employed a system of crawlers to recover RDF documents and HTML documents. This is the radio data frequency here. It serves to human users through a browser interface and a software against RESTful web services. So this is Swoogle. So those are the things which are being used. So this is a little bit. Now let us see that I suggest to you that try this Wolfram Alpha. This is very good. Remember this CC search because it gives you Creative Commons licensed materials and those things. So now let us see what are the effective search practices which we should be using it. Whenever you make a Google search, say for example, if I want to type photosynthesis, try to set it the setting, use the tab first. These are called as the tabs. That is the first thing. Say like if you are searching only for one to image, type it here and click image and it will filter only the images. If you want to search for books, you can search for books only. So all the books are, and these Google books, they are very interesting things. You don't need to purchase these things. Here, it will show you the preview of that book. And if you want certain basic information, you can just browse this book here, which if it is not in your library or you cannot access it directly, then the full book with some of the pages hidden. It will not show you all the pages, but definitely it can show you some of the material. And see here your keyword is highlighted. And then what you can do, you can read it from there, and then you can note down the content which is good for you. And then through proper citation, you can mention it. It gives you the Here you can see the notion of water being an element remained a long time. Nicholas of Cusa, a German philosopher, scientist, is clear contradiction to Aristotle. They said this. Here you can make a Greek, who was the Greek philosopher Aristotle, what gave idea that the substance of a plant was derived from water can be traced to 22nd. Can the copy matter from this book? No, you can't copy it. You just need to write it. You cannot use their material because it is copyright, but you can use this material, explain it in your own words, and then through proper citation, you can go to that page. Means it can say, so this is good for in text citation and as reference to your materials. That way there is no problem. Means it is just simply that you don't have this book. Otherwise, even if this book is in library, still that doesn't allow you to copy things because it is still a copyright protected thing. Those are the research reference practices. You should be knowing it. So this is how we use it. Then the another thing is to use Boolean search. Now, what is Boolean search? B-O-O-L-E-A-N, Boolean search.
And
Boolean, yes, and or not, those kind of things, they are called as Boolean search. And how they are used, say for example, if I want yellow and leaf, so it will show me these results in which yellow and leaf, they are both are there. All these search, they will come in which yellow will be there and leaf will be there. But if I want to search particular thing, then it is a good idea to use quote marks like yellow leaf, put it into the double quotes. Here only those results will be returned in which exactly there is some mention of yellow leaf. So when you want to search something explicit exactly as such for your work, then it is a good idea to put it in within the quote marks. Then another example of here, you can, if you tell the computer as yellow or leaf, so it will show you either the things which are yellow or the things which are leaf, like that. It will still be showing you many things from there. But if you want to exclude something, then you can use hyphen or minus sign. Say like I want to see yellow but not the leaf. So here I will type. So then it will return anything which is yellow, but it will not show you leaf. Here see, it will disallow any other things, they will come. So if you want to exclude something from your work that you don't want, at least this one, rest anything will be okay, that is used for that, to remove unhelpful words from there. Then I don't know how many of you remember it, but long time when we were working on DOS based, say like if I type here CMD, which is the command for that CMD command prompt, here we used to work on wildcard commands. Say like if I type dir star dot star, so it will show me all the directories in the computer. This star is called as the directory mark for that. Search engines, they also assist it. Say like if I type a search using it, for example, say star man, then it will show me various options of, it can be anything pertaining to that. It can be the man as a mean, the tallest man, or the shortest man, or the heaviest man, or something related to that. So there it will search anything related to that particular position. So this is the value of the star here, meaning anything which can be where it can be that word it can find, it can relate it, return it to you. That is a good thing of it. Then I use certain techniques in which, say for example, if I want to do some mathematical calculations and this is the figure, I want to multiply it with this one. So here you just simply type it in your browser and it will give you the result of that. So multiplication. If I want to say add something here, you can just simply add the things and it will give you. You don't need to go open your calculator first and do it there. Directly from there, if you want to divide something by some expression, then it will give you the result of that. So mathematical calculations, they are directly available to you. Then I use the web browser to find the time. Say like if I want to see my friends in Turkey, what is the current time now there? It is 8:24 a.m. And if it is, I want to say Brazil, so maybe my people, they are sleeping there. Current time in say Peru, so that I do not disturb them. So it is midnight there in Peru right now. So this is to see the current time. But if you want to see that what time here, what time in some other country, that also directly you can tell it. Say for example, when I write when it is, stay here, I have already, means my friends, when I talk to them, when it is 4 p.m. in India, what time it will be in Germany. It tells you. When it is 4 p.m. in India, it will be 11:30 in Germany. Directly it will tell you. And then there are other, if you want to go for detail, then, but immediately it will show you the purpose of that. Similarly, about the weather or something, say like current temperature in Delhi. So it is 13 degrees Celsius, and it will show you all these things. It is a foggy day. Friday 10 a.m. it was here 13 degrees Celsius, and this is the forecast for the coming on a particular day and how it goes there. So these things you can directly.
Showing 10 a.m.
It is returning the result, but for that, if you want to go for detail, then there are sites where it is showing you the live. It is fetching the data from the sites and then it is displaying it to you. Okay, then if you want to find, say like in India, we have this Press Information Bureau, PIB, and if you want something that what the government has said about something, so then you can search it with, say like if I want to say National Education Policy, after that I will type site PIB, and if you can type it full, it will be good, .gov.in, and then in that case it will show you the site based results. So all these results you see, all these are on this particular site, PIB, Press Information Bureau. In that case, if you want to have something on a particular, like if NCERT had said something, or Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute had said something, you want to cite for a particular site, type the word site, first your keyword, this is your keyword, after that site, and this format, site colon, and then that website name from there. Similarly, if you can type something, let's say like here related, and then here you can say policy. So our national education policy or the related policies, then it will search other places that see all this education policy. It can be Indian, it can be outside, wherever it is there, it will search you. So you can find some related terms from there that goes into it. Okay, another thing of interest to you is that capital letters, how you type, it doesn't make any sense while search engine. If I'm typing technology like with T capital, it will show me the same results. If I type it with a small, all lower cases, again the results will be same. So the capitalization, it doesn't affect your search. And in the last, I don't know how many of you have heard about it. There was a very interesting Google product. It was called as Google Wonder Wheel. And there it was a graphical and visual research tool, which was used to be there, but then the company, they keep on updating it. So you can read it. It is a great feature from Google, which allow you to see relevant to your query in usually unique, semantically relevant, and like that. So this was the Google Wonder Wheel. This way it used to say like this is for Apple, a search engine. This is the simple. And this is London News. This is Amazon.com. This is book layout. So how does it look like? So Apple TV, Apple India, Apple widgets, Apple this here. So it will arrange your information in a particular way. That was the Google Wonder Wheel. So now you will be able to share, means if you want to search something, you know that how to make your Google search more effective, and you want to search anything specifically going into there, what method you can apply. Okay. Yeah, Sharmila ji, if you want to search only PDF or only PPT, then you can type in your search engine file type : then PDF, or there is no need to type file type also. Even if you type photosynthesis space PDF, it will return PDFs or PPT or HTML web page or whatever it is. You can restrict it using file types also. That can be done from there.
आपका बहुत बहुत आभार, धन्यवाद। मैं अपने शिक्षा शास्त्र विभाग, शिक्षण अधिगम केंद्र, श्री लाल बहादुर शास्त्री विश्वविद्यालय की ओर से आपका हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करता हूं।